So, got a plan?
Damn right I do. Come over to mine tonight. Gonna lay the groundwork with Tom and Roxy. They're with us. Micah will be here too.
How'd you manage that?
Got something really big. Tell you everything tonight. Last thing, what do you like on your pizza?
Locust pepperoni. And lots of extra cheese.
Atta girl. So, I'll see you come evening?
Of course I'll be there.
Okay. Hey guys, Darth Cloric here, back with part whatever part this is of 19 maybe 19 of our Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough. Okay, so oh my lord, I like barely got in, woman. Like, good God, I just opened the game, dude. Like I wasn't even recording. That's why suddenly it starts in the middle of that dialogue, and freaking like I think I probably didn't even make it fast enough to like hit the whole sentence. So I like cut off a couple of words at the beginning because I barely loaded in, and the game immediately just launches into that. I get a call from Judy, and I was like, oh god, I'm like rushing to my mouse. I'm like, click record. Anyway, wow, that was like one of the messiest intros. Like, good lord. Anyway, I'm like not even like I wasn't even in my chair completely yet. I was starting it all up while I was getting adjusted and opening my water, and like, I was like sitting crooked because I didn't hit start yet, so But like, oh my god. Anyway, let me just get adjusted. Good lord, so stressful. Anyway, okay, well now we're lined up, and obviously Judy gave us a call, so it's very obvious what we're doing right out the gate here, but. Oh my man, I was like, I wasn't ready for all that. Good lord. So I think last time, weren't we just like screwing around in Dogtown? Like, wasn't the whole bit we were supposed to be, like the original plan, was we were going to be jumping into a story? Like, I was like, yeah, we'll just pursue Phantom Liberty. And then we hit like all of this stuff looking for relics. Like, and I think that was like kind of the whole thing that we did, so... anyway, so yeah, I think that was basically what happened, and then like right at the end, we like tacked in like a story, like a story mission, and we met Reed and all that stuff. So anyway, so this time we are waiting for my car to drive up the through the little things here. Oh, I think it might have stopped moving. It decided that 172 was okay. It was still moving, but. Okay, anyways, obviously we're doing anything Judy related first, so let's go. Hello?
Hello, V.
Jefferson?
Listen, I need your help. Matters private.
Sure, okay. What's it about?
Not on the home. Come by. I'll lay it out. Explain everything.
Got your back, Jefferson, not to worry.
Great. We'll see you here then. Remember where?
Of course. Be there in no time.
Yeah, totally. But obviously not before I talk with my girlfriend, because she's way more important. Perfect. That's what I call a good parking job. Alright, anyway, what was the... Oh, a new car. Look at that, dude. Auto fixtures by Pride and Joy, V. Thanks to you, my client list is stretching out longer than an Alvarado tuna boot. I don't know what that means. Remember, if you're good to El Capitan's good to you and your wallet. Keep those special deliveries coming, and I'll keep adding Preem rides to Auto Fixter and tossing you a discount. Use your discount charge right away or stack them up to grab the wheels of your dreams. No funny biz, though. Discount only applies once. Thanks. Tips always appreciated. See? You and me, we get each other, V. Look at that car, though. Quadra Type 66, Cthulhu, screeching onto the Auto Fixture net page. Fun fact, on this car's objects are not closer than they appear in the mirror. They're left in the dust. That a trick of the light? Nah, it's a miracle of automotive design. Grab your heads and hop on the site before the service conk out. That is a really cool looking car. Anyway. Sick. But obviously, we are on a far more important quest. The quest of love. The most important quest. You know, So like, I'm not gonna get into spoilers because I don't want to spoil it for you, about like the ending of the game or whatever happens. But so my sister and I, my older sister and I, game every Saturday night together. Currently playing Baldur's Gate 3 and working our way through that. Anyway, and so that's just something that we do all the time. And then before that, it was actually Divinity 2, which took a long time because of my hiatus and me having to move and not having access to my gaming stuff and all that other stuff. We couldn't game, so it took us like 2 years to get through freaking Divinity 2. But we did get through it, and now we're on Baldur's Gate. So this time in like 2028, we'll be done with that. Anyway, So my older sister's tastes are peculiar when it comes to games and things she likes, things she doesn't, because there's things that sets her off, and there's things that she doesn't like, and so I think the gameplay, I think she would love Cyberpunk. Like I think she would really enjoy it. I think she'd love the fact that it's open world. She'd love that there's a lot to do in it. She would love that she could just spend time, and I think she would tolerate the driving and maybe grow fond of that, maybe, because she's not, generally speaking, in all of our games, she doesn't drive, like, ever. If it's a co-op thing, I'm driving. Otherwise, there's other games that she's played that she must have had to have driven, but she's, generally speaking, she stays away from driving in games. But anyway, I think she would enjoy it. I think she would really like this, like most parts of the story, but there's things about it she's not going to like. For one, my first problem is, for those of you that know the ending of this game, and which, again, I'm not going to spoil, but to my understanding, to get, like, the real happy ending, your romance options cannot end as well as you would like, depending on who you romanced. And I have a suspicion that she would really fall for River if she met him. Because, of course, apparently you only meet him through a side quest, which is interesting, which I guess I forgot that. Now, maybe he's in the main quest too, and we're just not far enough. Like, maybe he interacts like more than once, but you can meet him earlier if you do the side quest, or maybe he's only in there. I just don't remember. But anyway, the issue is I think she would fall for him, and those of you that know the ending of the game know that anything River-related doesn't go well as far as romances are concerned. Now, I've never obviously romanced him. I've only ever wanted to romance... I tried to romance Pan Am my first time. Didn't work, because she's not gay. And then, she's not into women, I guess, to be more specific. And then, I romanced Judy, and I've romanced her every time since. And so the thing is, I think she would fall for River, but that's a doomed failure, and she would not like that. And the other thing is, and again, I'm trying to figure out how to talk about this without spoiling it. But the ending is there's a lot of interpretation in the ending, depending on what ending you do. Some of it is very concrete and specific and doesn't end well, and there's several of those that are just not happy endings in my opinion. And then your happy ending is a scotch more like ambiguous and headcanon-y than maybe you would want. I still love it because I feel like for me, we're gonna go for a very specific ending when we get there, because that's the one that I think is the highest chances of actual happy ending. And of course, Judy, I know this romance ends well because she's the one I always do, and that's one of the reasons why I love her the most, because I know it ends well, and plus I think she's super cute and super fun. Anyway, but that's the issue is I've told her in the past that I think you would love the game, but because I don't know, I think that there's little things about it that she's not going to love. She's going to want a concrete, like, canon, in-game, happy, perfect ending. I know she's going to want that. And I can't recommend, I hesitate to recommend this one to her, because I'm like, that's not how this is going to go. Because the thing is, my older sister is very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, kind of a very altruistic, like her favorite superhero is Superman, for instance. Like that, like Captain America of the other universe. Her favorite superheroes are like the very altruistic, the very good guy. My sister's not. She's very that's how she is in games. She doesn't play the bad guy characters. She is basically the exact polar opposite of me. That I almost always play a gray area character at best. And often a straight up villain. I tend to play the bad guy characters. I'm most interested in the bad guy characters. Like, this whole corruption Night City thing really vibes with me, because it's like, everyone's corrupt, the cops are corrupt too, like, whatever. But I know my sister will fall for River, and like the cop who's more on board with just being a good person, like alone in Night City, basically just trying to be a good person, one of the only people. And I know she's gonna fall for him, and she's not gonna be happy when you see the ending. And so, you know, so that's the thing, is that's why I hesitate to really recommend the game to her, is because I know her tastes are very specific, and she's not going to be vibing with the ending, and because the game, because of, like, if you want the happiest possible ending, you're going to have to make certain choices. Now, I don't know, I would assume maybe if you had a mod that allowed Pan Am to romance women or something, or if you just played a guy on any system and you didn't care, I would imagine that Pan Am's ending, with the ending we're going to do, probably works out. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. I've never tried, so I don't know what happens with that. But I would assume Pan Am's ending works out. But I know Judy's does. But the thing is, it kind of shoehorns you into making certain choices if you want everything to end the happiest. Like, you know, it's like all the endings, like, if you, depending on what you're doing, like, it's going to kind of force you to, like, well, you better side with this group, and you better side with this group, and then you better, you know, you better make all these certain choices, because if you don't, your good ending is, like, not gonna happen. And that's my problem. That's why I can't really recommend the game to her, is because, you know, like, if it's all this giant open world, she's gonna have to make subpar choices for her, when obviously her natural inclination would probably be to romance River, I would imagine. Or maybe she might really like Pan Am. It's a little hard to say. When she, like, female characters for her she's very picky on that stuff too, on who she likes, and most people that I like, she just thinks is annoying, at best. So, you know, I don't know, like, as a small example, and I'm sorry about this giant tangent, but, you know, when we played Far Cry 5 together, I really like Joseph Seed as a character. I think he's a really fascinating character. I think that they kind of pissed all over him in what is it? It's not Until Dawn. What's the name of the Far Cry after that? But it's like the Far Cry 5 Light, or whatever that one was, like the post-apocalyptic one. I forget for some reason. But I think they kind of pissed all over Joseph's character in that one. I think they kind of ruined who he was. But his character in 5 specifically was so good. And so I don't hate him, because I just think he's a great villain. He's a great character. And he really, truly believes what he's saying, which is the best kind of villain for me. And so I really like him. My older sister hates Joseph Seed. Hates him. Can't stand him. And so for her, like, 5's ending, she was pissed. She was pissed when she saw how 5 ended, because she wanted justice, like, oh, whatever, immediately. And I was just so happy about the twist ending the first time I played it, that I wasn't ready for the ending, and I thought that was really well written. I thought it was really well made, and I thought that was so cool, and how it was written. But my sister doesn't have appreciation for such things, and she doesn't really care how it was written, because it wasn't the perfect happy ending that she wanted. Anyway, and so I was just thinking about, like, you know, if I could find a way to get her to play this game while finding a way to warn her, like, and I have warned her that it basically shoehorns you into making one choice. And so, I mean, maybe I could recommend it if I thought she had a real shot of really liking, let's say, Pan Am, or maybe Judy. You know, because I would assume Pan Am's romance ending ends well, I would assume. Obviously, I wouldn't know, because I've never played Male V, and I probably won't, so... you know, if I thought she had a real chance of doing that, and if I thought the best ending that I could recommend would end well for her, maybe. The other thing, too, is I know she won't like Johnny. Like, I like Johnny, he's really rough around the edges, but, like, you can grow to be close, you know what I mean? But my sister, I just know she's not gonna like Johnny the whole time. She won't want to get to know him, because he's often abrasive and difficult to be around, and for my older sister, that'll be enough just not to like him. And I don't think she would give him a real chance. And so, you know... I mean, because obviously I love her, but she's a little quick to judgment, obviously. So I don't know. I was just thinking, like, I would kill for her to play this game, because obviously it's so stinking good. But I just know better. I just know better. You know.
Hey V, come on in.
Hi Tom.
Pizza's getting cold.
Sick. They got pizza. Woo.
We're in the kitchen.
Oh, it's a whole squad. Hi, Johnny.
You made it. Good. Grab a seat.
Okay, sounds good. Hang on.
This is Roxanne. She's worked at Clouds longer than any of us.
What up?
Hello. Hey, nice to meet you.
When I heard what you pulled at Clouds, shit, I so regretted I was off that day.
Just eat the free pizza and then we're out of here, okay?
Not quite, brother. I gotta talk with my girlfriend. Oh, is he real? Or at least maybe for me, I see that stuff moving and that's it.
Hello?
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Were you and Evelyn close?
Yeah. Blew up in her face when she showed up back at Clouds. She was supposed to be long gone, the one who got away. But deep in my heart, I was glad to see her back. Feel like such a gunk now.
Alright.
How are you?
Okay, I guess, but, you know, sad as hell.
Fair. Ah. Joy of joys.
You'll never get rid of the stench of the corpse.
That's rude.
You drop a lot of them, don't you? What's your secret?
Subtlety comes naturally to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, odd, given how much work I gotta put into it.
Done saying hello to each other? Revolution won't plan itself. I modified the behavioral chip. It can equip any doll with a motor reflex system. In other words, make the doll move and fight like a Prem-tier solo.
Fascinating, isn't it? What one can learn while tuning fake orgasms for the Moxes.
Mind stepping outside? Can't smoke in here.
You'll air it out later.
What a twit.
Fine, I'll sit by the window.
Good riddance.
The body'll react as if executing a well-trained series of movements. Already tested it out on Tom. Chip's impulses supplant any natural reflexes, so it'll make users feel like they're experiencing cyberpsychosis.
But it's basically the same as when we activate ourselves for a client.
Sick.
Tech that's all pros and no cons. I don't buy it. Side effects, spill 'em.
Combat mode auto-initiates when a threat is present, and there's no way to stop it. Can't find a workaround.
And that's it.
I don't know. Only way to determine that'd be through months of testing on a range of subjects.
There's an ethical side too. You could murder someone and not remember a thing.
Fair.
Solo skills don't lie in just executing movements. There are split-second processes that happen. Logistics, decision-making. Result of years of practice. Doubt your chip's capable of compensating for that.
You're probably right. But I don't see another way. Alternatives intensive training, but we don't have time for that.
It's fair. I just wanted to see the unique dialogue.
Alright? Gotta see it to believe it.
Finally, someone said it.
Shut up, Maiko.
Tom? Pulled that sequence from a kung fu training virtue.
Sick. Exactly gonna do right here. Am I gonna about to get domed? Sick.
Gotta admit, not bad.
Yeah, for the market square in Kabuki. Before we start talking serious biz, gonna need to see serious action.
You just saw him.
I saw a bar trick. I want to see a fight. Got an expert in causing bodily harm among us.
That's me. What's up?
I want to see how Tommy handles her.
V?
Alright.
Just don't mess up my digs, okay? I like it here.
Fair enough.
It's on now.
What the?
I was like, hey, there's a weakness in your left arm.
Everything chill? You okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Look at me go! You see that?
Nice work, Judy.
Gotta do some cardio.
Outdid yourself. If you were to sell that, be the richest Judy in the NUSA.
Please. Plenty of killing machines in the world. I don't want to turn more people into them. After this, chips are getting micro-nuked.
Wow. So ethical. I love her.
V?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Who, me? This is my impressed face.
Oh, cool. You even pressed Johnny.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to you, so.
Probably settles it. The chip works.
Let's get to it then. You've got an elite force of 3 muscleheads and a techie. What now?
Guards and tiger claws in and around will overpower. Take down, disarm, escort them out. Clouds will be ours.
Judy, I'm having a hard time focusing. Do you mind?
Boss says we'll give an ultimatum. A cut of the proceeds in exchange for never showing their faces at the club again. And having no say in how the club's managed.
That's what I thought. A half-baked, insane plan. You can't see more than an inch ahead of you. Taking out the security there won't solve anything. Claws will just send more. Hiromi Sato's the man you gotta get to.
Hiromi Sato? Who's that?
Cloud's real boss. He rarely shows, but you can't so much as sneeze without him finding out. Claws trust him, respect his opinion. He is one of them. We can try to convince him, but it's doubtful. We stand a better chance by injecting him with a dose of fear.
Where do we find this Hiromi?
At his apartment. H8 Mega Tower. Topmost floor. It's a penthouse. Almost never steps outside its glass walls. But I'll figure out a way to get us inside.
Wouldn't it be better to ambush him on the street, like, while he's chomping on a scop dog or taking a piss in a back alley? Why even try breaking into a penthouse? Probably crawling with guards.
Hiromi don't go anywhere without security. So 1, makes no difference. 2, this is only a show of force demonstrating what we are capable of. Which is a lot more than street thuggery.
So how about it, V, Tom, Roxy? Made up your minds?
I need to think about it. Never wasted anyone before, you know.
I'm with it all the way.
V?
Don't tell me you're seriously considering this. Sticking our precious necks out for a bunch of whores?
Count me in, Judy. Already said I'd help, didn't I?
Thanks, V.
Save the gratitude for later, please. I'll set up the meet with Hiromi and let you know. I need a couple days. Have fun. Toodaloo.
Michael, hold up. Give us a lift.
Only if you don't talk to me. I feel a migraine coming on.
Uh-oh. Hey, babe.
Shit.
Something bad's coming. Hang on.
I'm scared, V.
I'm blacking out.
Speaking of gratitude, stuff I'm asking you to do, well, usually comes with a price tag, I know. You want to help, I get that. But I'm more than happy to pay your fee in full. Feels like it's only right.
Nope.
Judy! For real? No. Don't want to hear it.
But
Not a word.
This is just for you. Alright, bad news though. I don't think I'm gonna make it very far. Oh god.
V, everything okay?
Nope, it's just an attack. It'll pass.
V, you don't look so hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm better. Fine.
It's passing, don't worry.
What the hell, V? You, like, sick?
Sort of.
Remember the heist Evelyn hired us for? The relic I was gonna club?
Couldn't forget that in a million years.
That biochip? Well, long story short, it had Johnny Silverhand's mind on it. An engram of it that's overriding my mind.
You being serious?
Truly wish I wasn't.
Fuck. Anything at all you can do?
One can hope.
I'm working on it.
It's late. You're tired. You can crash on my couch if you want.
Sick.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Don't worry about it. Make yourself at home.
I love you. I am going to sleep. Sorry, you might earlier in that conversation you might have heard some typing. I was double checking the Judy romance stuff. But I have a list in front of me, and I will give it more of a thorough scan in just a second. But I need to wait until the conversation was over so I could be present for this and get through it and not leave giant pauses as I'm figuring out what to do. As I was reading, like as you saw earlier, there was a slight pause when I should have been able to click by then. Anyway, morning, sleepyhead. Had to run. Didn't want to wake you. Left you some breakfast. Eat up. Aw, she made me breakfast.
Oh, interesting.
Place looks like a fucking antique museum.
I guess you should feel right at home.
Chick's got taste. Except for one thing.
And what's that?
Way she looks at you. Don't pretend you haven't noticed.
Duh!
Makes you all mushy inside. I can feel it.
I know! It's so true!
Didn't know she dabbled in robotics.
Now that's fucking Shimra. Think that's how she winds down?
Maybe.
After a day's work of tuning hardcore smut, wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I like how Johnny noticed. That's like my favorite thing.
Oh, well.
The Bushido collection in BD format.
First three are collector's items nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Anything else before we dip? I don't think so. I am gonna eat some breakfast though. She made me pizza. Anyway, I think that was from yesterday actually. She made me a coffee and a ham and cheese sandwich. I ate the pizza from yesterday too though, because apparently I'm an animal. Sick. Don't ask questions about what's going on with that. Oh, there is more. Yes.
Someone likes getting their feet wet.
Don't need to be an expert to tell the Gear's pro.
True.
Who would have thought?
Perilous future. Electropunk. I'd rather puke out my ears.
Not a fan of her music taste, I suppose? Good lord. I would assume that's Evelyn. That's like stuff she was using to take care of Evelyn, I would imagine. Well, she cleaned up the bathroom, which makes sense. Alright, anyway. Let's hop out of the building here. Well, she even made me breakfast, dude. She really is the best. Also, my car's around the back. Here we are. You loiter near my car for, huh? Huh? You want some of this? I will destroy you. Anyway. Oh, we got some experience for that, too. We got some other stuff, too, but admittedly I was dancing around that guy and I wasn't paying attention. Alright, anyway. So, let's see. Uncomfortable VR goggles. How it even tells you. They are uncomfortable. And then got some masks and all kinds of things. And utility chest holster. Some of them have bonuses. Health item recharge speed. Blazer. Just lots of blazers and stuff. Not really my vibe. Some of these could be okay. Alright, anyway. Let's go find our next activity. Alright, well, we were going to go to the you know, the rich peoples, the future mayor people. However, I can't help but notice that there is a vehicle here, and the more the merrier. Down, boy. Alright, anyway. Wow, look at this bike. Anyway. Alright, quickly. This is not battle music.
Real beauty, isn't she? Grab the cords to my drop spot and fly.
I think that this one might be a speed one. We'll see. I'm gonna get attacked anyway, but you know, we'll see how many times I get stopped. But you know, I'm gonna be hauling the mail. Did you guys see that? That was awesome. Anyway, there should be more. Should be someone else coming. Yeah, here he comes. So I don't know why that guy's in slow motion. Don't ask questions. So, fun fact. Visually, this bike is one of my favorite ones. Like, just look how cool it looks, man. So visually, this is one of my favorite ones. You should know, though, that bike doesn't turn, like, at all. Has a awful turn radius. It's a super pretty visually, but when you actually use it, it is not good. I was curious about... Oh, just for a second, I could almost see it. Got it. Anyway. But yeah. You know. Anyway, moving on. Alright, well, I'm here, but Max Tech is also here. Or whoever they are, Med Tech, whoever they are. So, we're just parking along the back.
Oh, yeah, I knew I picked the right merc for the gig. Thanks for the help, V. My chum will do the finishing touches.
Hey, no problem, man. I'm just collecting all this cool stuff. Anyway, but yeah, visually, that other bike was one of my favorites. But something interesting, though, is that terrible handling. I mean, super pretty, but good lord. That handling on those things are not good, because you have to, like, lock it up, and they just never want to turn. It's like just, it's a whole thing. Alright. Parking. For the most part, it went well, but as usual, I lost control just for a second, and ding the front end, again. I cannot drive that car without dinging it. It's so awful.
V, we're upstairs.
Thanks.
Perfect. I don't know what this quest is about. I'm assuming it's related to the first one, to some degree, but I have no idea. So we will find out. Although, hang on, really quick. I assume I need to close my door. Oh, that Far Cry earlier. There's a wallpaper. That one of my pictures on my computer just rotated up. It's New Dawn. That was the name of it. I was thinking it was Until Dawn. Or it was Until Dawn, like the game, and I was like, that's not right. It's New Dawn. That's what it was.
Good to see you again.
Thank you. I just want to verify. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I need to close my door. Hang on. Okay, we are back.
Something happened?
What up?
Come on. Jeff will explain everything.
Oh, Coach Fred. Hey, another fight just landed on the schedule. It's in Pacifica, generating huge buds, not to mention huge cash. I know you can't resist. Oh, sick.
He's just about done prepping for the debate.
Oh, yeah?
I've rescheduled all his meetings out of the office today. The office meaning here, so nobody will bother us.
Mike, we're talking about the cornerstone of my platform. I'm not doing a U-turn just because Night Corp... No, I'm not sucking anyone's dick just so they can fuck me in the ass!
Got him.
Look, I gotta go. Make the amendments, we'll powwow later. V, glad you could make it.
What up?
Jefferson.
Grab a seat, please. I'll explain why I asked you to come over.
Alright.
We've had a break-in. Not the usual kind, though.
So unusual how?
A couple of days back, dead of night, something wakes me. A noise. I grab my pistol and come out of the bedroom. See a stranger. He looks like he's about to reach for it, so I pull the trigger.
Nail him?
No idea. My head started spinning and I passed out. No trace of him the morning after. I'd like you to find him. Find out what he wanted.
Notify the badges yet?
We don't want any buzz around this. No attention, whatever.
You know. NCPD's full of people who like the occasional stray eddy.
True.
If we reported a break-in, the media descend on us like a swarm of locusts.
No badges. Gotcha.
Of course, we notified SSI about the incident. Our private security.
Mm-hmm.
Said you passed out?
That's right. Just after I fired.
What then?
Nothing. I woke up in bed the next morning. Killer headache to boot.
Any idea how you made it back to your bed?
Nope. None. Elizabeth's at a loss too.
Interesting.
What did the intruder look like?
I can't remember much. It was dark. He was wearing some sort of mask.
Interesting.
Or was it an implant? Couldn't really get a good look at him.
Elizabeth didn't see him either?
I slept through the whole thing. Election season takes its toll on you.
Security look into this? Say anything?
This is where things get a little weird.
They claim there's no sign of a break-in or of a shot being fired.
Security cams didn't record anything. Guard outside didn't see or hear anything.
They suggested Jeff must have had a bad dream.
Convenient answer.
Liz gave security the day off so I could call you in.
Huh.
Intruder, take anything? Break anything?
Nothing missing.
I haven't noticed any damage either. Jeff must have scared him off before he could do anything.
This security outfit, SSI. Who are they?
Been on the market the last 15 years. They have clients across the city. If memory serves, they came recommended. An acquaintance. You think SSI might be behind this?
That or someone hiding behind SSI. Anyone come to mind readily?
Could be the same people who were behind Mayor Ryan's murder.
Or Weldon Holt, Jeff's opponent in the race. The polls have him trailing Jeff.
But it could be anyone, really.
Jeff has many enemies, a lot of them powerful. We could sit here naming names all day.
I see.
That's why I called you, V. I need you to find out what the hell's going on.
Anything else you want to tell me? Or think maybe you should?
Nope, that about covered it. Liz?
It seems like everything. It's unlikely we'll learn anything anyway.
Honey, please. I'm sure V'll turn something up. So, you got all you need for now?
Wouldn't mind taking a look around the apartment.
Of course. Liz can give you the tour. Gotta run to a meeting. As soon as you learn anything, let me know.
Perfect. Don't worry, I'll find something.
Come on. Let me show you around.
Right behind you.
We can start where Jeff spotted our uninvited guest.
Alright.
I have to admit, sometimes I get fed up with all of this.
Politics?
So far, we've managed to effectively turn down offers to work with Night Corp, Biotechnica, Arasaka.
So far, you say?
If Jeff can get elected without owing anybody, favors or otherwise, that'd be the real victory.
True.
Jeff's office. Control room, storage, and flea market crammed into one.
Wow. Hang on.
Vote for Paralysis.
We are paying the staffers and for the campaign out of pocket. And we keep all the campaign stuff here. It's cheaper that way.
Tight bites. You and Jeff must be putting in serious overtime.
Elections. You don't even have time to think about food, so you just order whatever's quickest. But yes, it's true, Jeff hasn't eaten anything else recently.
Interesting. Dangerously high levels of carbs, fats, and sodium.
This is Jeff's personal machine. I doubt you'll find anything on it relating to the break-in.
I'm not gonna read all those. Just in case anything popped up. Oh, okay, I was like, hey, there was words there, but I don't think that was anything.
You and Jefferson have come a long way. To get from Haywood all the way here, it's no easy thing.
Yes. If you aren't born with a silver shard, your chances are slim. And if you're born in Haywood, they're almost non-existent.
Okay. I don't know if there'll be anything different here. To Judy. Dear Miss Alvarez, I'm writing in you on behalf of Jeff. Sensitive matter which we could really use your skills and expertise. Full disclosure, you'll return the favor that Jeff once did for the mocks. Can we count on you? I'm not sure if I can right now. Can I ask what this is about? It's about a certain brain dance. I'll be honest, the matter is of a highly delicate nature and discretion as part of professional analysis is paramount to us. Time is also of the essence, so I'm hoping for a prompt reply. It goes without saying that you'll be well compensated. Believe me, I would if I could. My hands are really tied at the moment. I know someone you can call, though. She's a merc. Hey, I came recommended from Judy. I know someone you can call, though. She's a merc, known quantity at the afterlife, does prem-tier work. They call her V. Sure, she'll be willing to help. Thank you for the referral. Wow, so they went after Judy originally, but then Judy recommended me.
Iron. This Jeff's?
Mine, actually. But yeah, this is where we sleep.
Mind if I take a look around?
Be my guest.
Just didn't want to, like, I don't know, offend her or something. I think that's on the other side.
Wedding pic? Interesting backdrop.
I wanted blue roses, so we ordered a whole truckload.
Blue roses. You sure? Roses in this picture look pretty red to me.
Oh, of course, you're right. They didn't have blue roses, I forgot.
The heck was that? Do you think Elizabeth is trying to have her husband assassinated? I don't know why she would, but like... That was really weird. What the heck was that? Yeah, that was bizarre. Oh, hang on a minute. There's something on the other side of this.
Discharged booster.
Someone's been pulling all-nighters.
Either of you use energy boosters?
I don't. Not that I know of. Jeff, maybe? He works so hard. But it wouldn't be like him. He's always been against using any substances.
Any. Nicotine's a substance?
Jefferson has never smoked.
Really? Could have sworn I've seen him smoking.
Jeff? No, never. He doesn't go near the stuff.
I'm so confused. She's weirding me out, dude. There's something off about her. I don't know why or what's happening with that, but she's weirding me out. Alright, let's proceed down the hall here.
Bloodstains. Not quite scrubbed clean. Where's the blood from? It yours?
I'm 100% sure it's not ours. Maybe the intruders?
Probably.
Interesting. Let's go this way for now. Oh, it keeps whipping my camera around. Hang on, there's stuff on the other side of this wall. Hey Elizabeth, you know about this?
Jesus Christ.
Think we're safe putting your security at the top of our list of suspects?
Violated our privacy. Sons of bitches! Under my own roof!
I know.
Ever noticed anything out of the ordinary? Suspicious?
That they're violating our trust? Watching our every move? That they'd concealed a goddamn secret room full of spy stuff in our own apartment?
So you didn't notice, okay?
I'm like, alright lady, calm down.
Wonder how long they've been keeping this from you.
Too long. This ends now. I'm not letting any more of those freaks set foot. Ugh, my head.
Something wrong?
Don't worry about me. Do what you have to do.
Are you both being like experimented on? Like what is happening? Hang on, there was a first aid kit.
Use meds.
Someone did get shot.
Intruder make a beeline here after Jeff tagged him?
Talking to yourself again?
More and more. Ever since this terrorist started stalking me.
Oh, come on, kids. Play nice. Typical behavior of the target exceeds acceptable variation range. Alpha has started using stimulants, most likely due to heightened stress induced by recent events. I hereby authorize amplification of neural dampening. Despite objections from Security Chief Wallace, Subject Alpha has extracted the services of a local mercenary. This qualifies as extreme deviation from acceptable behavior and brings Alpha's overall stability into question. Emergency maintenance requested. Request to proceed with Operation Camden. Target Alpha has been approved. A joint maneuver will be conducted with Team Orange. Mercenary contacted by Alpha has appeared on site. First agents from Tier Orange have successfully avoided contact. Orange reports that the mercenary does not pose any threat to the operation. Yeah, how wrong were they? An extreme behavioral deviation occurred when conducting planned maintenance procedures. Target Field Agent Blue was severely injured by Target Alpha and evacuated by Teams Orange and Black. Oh, excuse me. Orange and Black. Operation Suspended Protocol has been initiated and only Team Orange is to remain on site. Team Black will continue observation until normal operations can be resumed. This will not occur before the audit and report summary from Team Blue.
Weird hardware. What's it for?
Thoughts, Johnny?
Connected to the wall-mounted screens. Wonder where else these cables run.
Upstairs, at least. Alright, let's see what else this is.
Broken?
It was fine a couple days ago. We rarely use it, though.
Hey Johnny, I'm on the other side of this glass. So that's probably, I was supposed to scan that on the other side when I was over there with her, and maybe that's how it would lead you to believe there was a room. I got tipped off a little earlier than that, because of course I could see the things through the walls, and so I knew that there was something on the other side. Uh-huh. There's the cables. Oh. Oh. Sick.
Odd. Tech's practically prehistoric, but it doesn't look older than a day.
Saw something like this back in the war. Transmitters. Militech was using them. Short-range UHF. Signal only travels line of sight, but it can't be intercepted.
Line of sight. Let's look around. See if we can't spot where our receiver's camping out.
Examine the apartment, find the transmission source. It is interesting to me that they told their security, and the security's like, you know, oh, interesting. And then they proceed, of course, because they're behind it. And they're like, oh, wow. That's crazy. But hey, you know, good luck with that. And they're thinking, yeah, you shot one of our agents. Alright, I'm going to start poking around, see if I can find anything else. And I'll probably start making cuts at this point, if I haven't already. Whoa. I had the tech to fix the screen.
What was that?
No fucking clue. Felt kinda good, but weird. Like tripping on acid.
That happened to the screen a lot. Or to any of the others.
I don't understand.
What just happened a second ago? Didn't see it?
No? What?
Never mind.
That was interesting. Aha.
Got a vision on our receiver. Black van parked next to it. Gotta be our winner.
I guess I didn't realize that they meant from up here.
Of our mystery van. Wonder if Elizabeth has ever seen the car.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't realize that they meant from up there, look around. Because it did say examine the apartment, so I thought I was supposed to find something in here. Hey.
Liz, this is way bigger than we thought. Jeff's entire campaign could be threatened.
Let me worry about the race. Just tell me what you managed to find.
There's a transmitter on the roof. Seems to be conveying a signal to a van out front. Know who it might be?
We never set up any transmitter. And I don't know a thing about any van, but my guess is it's SSI's.
Don't really see any other possibility. but we still don't know who they work for.
So what do we do with the transmitter?
Nothing just yet. Let me check the van first.
I'll wait here. Just don't tell Jeff anything for now, okay?
Sure, whatever. I'll call him once I know something more substantial.
That's fine. Just remember it's the busiest time for Jeff right now. You can always come and talk to me.
Fine, I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. It really makes you wonder, what do you think the point of that is? Like, do you think it's because the wife has an ulterior motive? Do you think it's just because of the campaign? Which the campaign is a logical step. That could be a logical reason why she doesn't want, you know, doesn't want him to be bothered. But she's also acting weird. And so I just have there's some part of me that wonders if she is in on some part of it, but she didn't know about the room. At least it didn't seem like she did. So it didn't seem like that she knew about that room. So maybe maybe she has an ulterior motive of her own in addition to everything else that's happening. It's a little hard to say, but it's kind of a mixed bag. But I don't totally trust the wife, but it's pretty weird, man.
How about we take the wheels, V? That van could give us the slip any second.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's take my race car. That's a good idea. Let's take the Batmobile. That van won't lose us. I kind of wondered if it would just open. And it didn't. I guess we'll try this. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
We are about to find out.
Dang it. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I don't have time to go back to the car now.
Don't lose them, V.
I'm trying.
Now you're interested.
We could expose a Corpo conspiracy here, V. I'm telling you. They could be Corpo's spies, or who the fuck knows what.
That'll work.
Gonna lose him if you don't pick up the pig.
I know. I had to choose. I had to get lucky and find a fast car. Shut up. I'm focusing right now. Got lucky. I found a kind of a quick one. It's pretty unfortunate that my race car was on the other side of that wall. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I kept thinking this is a bad idea. I should get my car and like find a way around, you know? And obviously that did not help. That was a pretty drift. I don't know if I should, like, I don't think I need to be pretending I'm not following him. Like, I feel like he knows, you know? So I'm just sort of trailing him, not really worrying about distance, because I don't think we're trying to, you know, follow him stealthily. I think this car is way faster than his.
Look at politicians and see a curated display, but behind the scenes it's all-out war. Citizens don't choose their representatives.
Then who?
The key players, string pullers. They spy on all the paralysis, look for weak spots, blackmail, rig elections.
True.
Shit. They're taking us into Northside. It's cannon well, Johnny.
Agreed. Is he in the car with me? Oh, he is. Sick. Thoughts, Mr. Silverhand? I'm just like coasting around following this guy. That'll work. Well, we got lucky. We found something quick. Alright, connect to the van's access point. Again, I don't really know if... Yeah, I can't make that. I don't really know if I should be trying to do this quietly or if I should just, like, get in there quickly. Alright, don't worry about all this. I mean, we could, you know, try to have some degree of, I don't know, play along, you know, bring the gun out. Obviously, I'm creeping in. I don't know if this is gonna work by any means. In fact, I kind of doubt it. I mean, they're all like, kind of feel like they're kind of prepped for battle right now. I mean, you know, they're like guns out and running around and whatnot. Yeah, there's a lot of running around, you know. I kind of feel like I'm a little worried I'm not gonna be able to get away with this. Yeah, you know. Let's just take care of this, not worry about it. It sounds bad, but it's actually not hurting very much. Oh, okay. I think they are above me. Alright, let's see here. It's this. Oh, hey. So you are not ready, lady. There you go. Alright, now let me go ahead and loot the area, and then we will actually do the objective. Does it matter? No, okay. So it's like, is there like, it kind of seemed like there was more than one for a minute there.
Pierced it, we're in.
Couldn't ask the NCPD for better records than this.
Yeah.
Pictures, medical records. Vulnerability to neuroplasticity. It's some kind of database. Brain scans, the paralysis, biological casts, neuroplasticity.
Fuck. What about that? The blue shit.
Fresh neural links. They're not spying on them, Johnny. They're fucking with their heads.
Mean to say someone's literally controlling our upstanding politicians' minds?
I know. What a twist.
Red blots are memory residue in the hippocampus region. See how they're bleeding into the blue?
So what are we looking at?
They're planting new memories in their heads, modifying their personalities. This is big shit, Johnny.
Fuck me.
Got other guinea pigs besides the paralysis, too.
Quick, download the data. Whoever comes looking for it, that's your suspect.
Shit! They're wiping the data. We've been made. Now they know someone's been in their database.
Wonder if they also know who.
Unknown. Well, that's pretty insane. Alright. Elizabeth, I have news for you.
V, do you have any news?
You're gonna want to sit down for this. It's way bigger than we thought.
What is?
You're being brainwashed. Literally. They've scanned your minds and now using some kind of conditioning to...
Wait, not on the hollow.
Right. I'll come by.
No. You and I, we need to speak alone.
Uh-oh.
I know a little ramen place in Japantown. Sending you the coordinates.
Right. See you there.
Well, that's suspicious. I was like, come on, their GPS update for me. Oh, hey, this is where I met that creepy clown. Anyway, for the most part, that drive went really well. Then there was a really solid pole that I ran into. So, that car's pretty zippy, let me tell you. It's pretty fast. Anyway, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Oh, hey, we visited this ramen shop, too. There's the guy that sells the... Yeah, there's the... We were here for a Johnny quest, too. Anyway, Elizabeth, we got some explaining to do. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Will you sit? Please? Thank you for coming.
Why are we meeting here and not at your pad?
Because I have something to confess. In private. Not in front of Jeff.
Okay. Confess away.
I'm sorry. My nerves are shot. I can't gather my thoughts.
Wasn't that long ago we last met. Something happened since then?
No, I mean, something did happen, though not recently.
Gotcha. Suspicious.
It's a long story. I don't quite know how to tell you. Where to even start?
Relax. No need to rush.
A while ago, I started noticing some changes in Jeff's behavior. His personality, he seemed to be changing right in front of me. Becoming someone else.
How so?
He stopped reading, forgot the title of his favorite movie. Even his musical taste changed overnight. Once, I said we should visit his brother's grave, and he told me that he'd been an only child. That's when I started thinking something bad was happening. Something insidious. And not just with Jeff.
So the whole time you knew what I could end up finding?
I don't know who, how, or why, but they're changing us. That concealed room in our apartment.
What about it?
I'm sure I'd seen it before, but must have somehow forgotten.
Interesting.
I find that terrifying.
Mentioned any of this to Jeff?
I tried. I did. But he's blinded to everything. He just laughed, said I was imagining things. He once brought up a vacation that we never went on. Swear to God. He went on about it in such detail. I almost started believing him.
Could be just you who forgot. Maybe they just wiped the trip from your memory.
Hell, I don't know anymore. Don't you get that?
Haven't told me the whole story yet, have you?
I saw a stranger in our apartment one night tinkering with the monitors. But I was in such a state by then that I didn't know if I could trust my own eyes.
So, you didn't do anything?
I don't remember what happened. I talked to security the next morning.
Oh, there you go.
Find it strange you took this to security instead of your husband.
I thought I was going insane. I wanted to see what was on the feeds first. There was nothing there, of course, so what was I supposed to tell Jeff? And then, the next day, I got a call.
Who was it?
Them. Whoever they are. There was a garbled voice on the other end. He never introduced himself.
They threaten you? Try to blackmail you?
They said I was walking on thin ice. That if we kept stirring up trouble, Jeff could have an accident. Then they wiped any record of our conversation. It was as if it had never happened. So I'm begging you, V. Jefferson can't find out about any of this. Ever.
Wow.
His life depends on it.
But damn it, Elizabeth, you gonna ignore this? Somebody poking around in your heads.
What choice do I have? To get myself killed? Or see my husband dragged away from me?
Asking me to lie to my employer?
I'm going to tell Jeff that SSI was spying for his rival, Holt. You just need to confirm what I say.
And if I'm not on board?
You have a choice. Just remember, any consequences will not be yours to deal with.
Truly prepared to fire SSI? After the threats? It'd be brave, but risky as all get out.
What they're doing to us is one thing, but when you found that concealed room, I can't accept strangers spying on us while we sleep. Not under my own roof.
What difference does it make where?
I'll take full responsibility for anything SSI goes on to do. I'm just asking you not to get Jefferson involved.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add a meeting in Reconciliation Park to Jeff's schedule. He'll be waiting. Since I can't know if I'll remember this conversation tomorrow, I'm counting on you not to forget what I asked of you.
Mm-hmm.
I won't. But that's all I can promise.
Goodbye, V.
Wow. That was... that was...
Whole thing's
wow.
fucked up, huh? Wouldn't want to be in her pants.
I know.
Speaking of, Overlapping memories, changing personalities. Remind you of anything? But hey, at least we know what we're up against.
So, in my pants, what would you do?
Some real rat bastards behind this. Someone's got to take them down.
Even by risking the paralysis lives?
Fuck knows what kind of shit a mayor controlled by puppet masters could pull.
I know, it's not good.
But yeah, you could end up putting their lives at risk. Or not. Tough choice, V.
Well, like, I'm on the fence, obviously, about what exactly to do. But you know what I lean towards? I think I'm going to tell Jeff. Because we can't just let the puppet master people get away with this. You know what I mean? And so one of two things happen. We tell Jeff, and maybe he actually has the power to do something about it, and the other people underestimated him. That's a possibility. Alternatively, we tell him, and then he gets killed. Now, call it heartless or whatever you want, but either way, so either, you know, in one scenario, the puppet masters lose the pawn they put so much work into, or it works out and the puppet masters lose, right? So for me and for the city's future, it's kind of a win-win. Now, in a perfect world, Jeff will, like, you know, he'll have an idea what to do, and we'll tell him, and then he can fix it, like, you know. But worst case, the puppet masters could, you know, lose the pawn they put so much work into. So, you know, either way, it could technically be a win. We'll see. Whoa, too much speed. Anyway. Just flying around on my bike. Uh-oh.
Yeah?
It doesn't matter what you tell him. It doesn't matter what you think of doing or do. You can't change anything.
What?
We know who you are. We know what you are. We know what you want. You are playing with fire. Don't dare cross the line.
Sick.
Fuck.
Well, you know, if you're so worried about me telling him, then I mean, you know, if you're so powerful, why are you worried about me telling him? Now I'm telling him for sure.
Hello, V.
Hi. Boy, do I have some things to tell you. It's a lot.
Need to talk.
Yes, I know. Elizabeth filled me in.
No, you don't.
Sounds like I was right to hire a professional.
Elizabeth, what did she tell you, exactly?
Didn't get specific. Just that SSI was spying for that son of a bitch Holt. Guess you got more, though.
SSI wasn't working for Holt. You're in deeper shit than you think.
Meaning?
They're in your heads, Jefferson. Yours and Elizabeth's.
This some kind of chuckle-worthy metaphor?
Strange dreams, partial recall, jumbled memories. It's not just stress and long hours.
I don't know what you're trying to tell me, but I don't think I like where this is heading.
True. You're not gonna like it.
Wake up. Your brain's a mess. Messier than the discount section of a beady smut hut.
I'm not paying you to make up riddles for me, so get to the point.
SSI's on the take of some unknown group that's out to control your lives. Know there's a concealed room in your pad?
Out with it.
They've got tech in there you wouldn't believe. These people know everything about you and your wife, watching your every move. Somebody's programming you and your wife.
Sounds like something out of the movies.
Saw your brain scans. They're tweaking your neural connections. This ain't no movie, Jeff. Been at it for a while with you and Liz. Editing your memories, your tastes, your views and beliefs even.
How could I not have known about this?
Your memories? Can't even trust those anymore.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't like that. And she says he doesn't smoke.
If that's true, I'll never know what's real in my life and what's a lie, fabricated.
That's true.
Wait, the intruder. I have to find him.
Trust me, you never will.
First, I'll find him. Then I'll find whoever's behind this. Pull the curtain back on these motherfuckers and show them what's what.
Could show their hand if you're patient. Wait long enough. Or use your mayoral powers if you get elected. Long as you don't forget all this by morning.
Sun Tzu's art of war. Feign weakness, so your enemy may grow arrogant.
Don't see you doing much feigning, Jeff.
My God. I have to tell Liz.
Your wife knows everything.
Liz? How?
Figured it out at some point?
Elizabeth? No. She would have said something.
She feared for your life. Your daughter's life. Who could blame her?
Nah. Well, she's never kept anything from me. And she doesn't scare easily, believe me.
Got an anonymous holo telling her to keep her mouth shut. So she did what the perfect candidate's wife would do. Protected her family.
I won't let them get away with this.
Is there anything else I can do?
You've done enough already, V. All that's left to do is wait.
So what now? Still want to be mayor?
Well, I'm not about to give up. I didn't run just to... I'll wait for my window, an opportunity, then make my move.
Isn't that exactly what they want?
Well, I'll give them more than they bargained for. And same with your Eddies. Take care, V.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good night.
Literally what I was about to say. Good luck.
So, thoughts?
Somehow I doubt it's people who are behind this.
Meaning?
So aliens.
Very funny. You're too young to remember this, but not so long ago, people talked about rogue AIs prowling cyberspace.
So, not aliens.
Doesn't matter who. What matters is that guy decided to take up the gauntlet. My man.
Alright, well that was insane. That was crazy, bro. It was like, that was crazy. Dang, I made 13 grand on that though. Sick. Alright. Oh, that's not what I was gonna do. I was gonna do this, because we leveled up. Like how my technical ability is getting like pretty insane. Crafting components from looting. Cyberware stat modifiers. Heyo. And then armor at level 2. New cyberware slot for the skeleton. Which really, like, the first two of that were really, really good. Reduce cooldown for all cyberware if all available cyberware slots are filled. I don't have that many cyberware. A new cyberware slot for your hands, which I don't use that a whole lot either. Unlock cellular adapter cyberware for the system. It can be purchased and installed at Ripper Docks. This perk is acquired to use it properly. Duration for all cyberware effects. Health from final charge of your health item. Recharge speed for health when you only have one charge. For health items and grenades. Health item charge. Faster use in combat. Max grenade charge. Recharge speed for grenades outside of combat. Recharge speed for grenades when you have none available. Instant recharge of a health item after neutralizing an enemy if you're below 25% health and no charges remaining. It just really helps you stay alive. And you can just like reduce the cooldown on your grenades so much. Filled. Attribute at 9 or higher. Crafting from looting. Let's go cyberware stat modifiers. Alright, anyway, what I was really going to do was this. Aha! A text. V, I know it might seem like you're trying to help, but I'd rather not. I'd rather that you just left us alone. Otherwise, things won't end well. Goodbye, V, and please stay away. You've done enough already. She's upset, but I imagine I'll hear more from Jeff at some point. We will see. You have been blocked. Yeah, she's, you know, she's real upset at my choices, but admittedly, I didn't love her plan, man. Just, you know, wasn't a big fan of that. Anyway, what I am a fan of though is making money. Oh, there's a lot going on to this one. I mean, you know, not enough to stop me, but I noticed. Hi. I'm waiting for some of the civvies to clear. I don't want a cop level. Oh, that guy's exciting. Aha, I got him.
Not like this. God.
There we go. Alright, now don't mind me. I'm just gonna loot all you. Yeah, this guy was... He was crazy. That guy was real hard to hit. There we go. Anyway, what I'm really here for is this wacky looking thing. My love, that's what I was waiting for. Knock knock. What's up? How are things? I'm good. Why? What's something the matter? Had a great time in spite of the circumstances, all thanks to you. Maybe we could do it again just without spilling any blood. Anytime. Can't wait. Winky face. Anyway, still waiting for Mako to spill the deets on our meat. Calm you when I know more. Oh, my love. Anyway. Alright, let's take care of this.
Hey, B. Dream new wheels, huh?
Pretty slick.
You the delivery address now.
Yeah, they are pretty slick, my dude. There's a roadblock. Because people have just stopped in the middle of the road. Anyway. Let's go. Yeah, this car's real slick looking, though.
Something else. Client's got a strict deadline. Seems he's on his way out at NC. He took it down to Skelter V.
Ah, it's a timer one. Slick. Well, it's funny that he started that timer so late. He told me when I was, like, almost there. I was, like, well over halfway there. And, he's like, hey, you have a timer. Now, granted, I only have a minute. But... I don't know, a minute's a lot of time when your car's really fast. So we're just gonna focus, and we're gonna make it. A minute's a plenty of time. I tell you what, this car is fast, but it does not turn very well. I always have to make sure I let off a lot to make sure it turns, because it does not like to turn. While you're accelerating, it doesn't turn at all. Which really, it's like that other motorcycle I was talking about. It's a great bike. It looks amazing, but it does not turn well at all.
Not gonna lie, B. You got a gift.
Whew. I did the thing. Now give me the rewards.
Take care of the rest.
Sick. You love to see it. Okay. His headhunter skills. Which, you know, 20 is cute, but I made almost $15,000 on that, so, you know, love to see that. Of course, some good experience, never a bad thing. Sick. Okay, I feel like we need to... Sorry, I keep losing the buttons. Oh, perfect. Anyway, what we need to do is run up the road and... There we go. Okie dokie. Actually, we should make sure none of those are better than what I'm using. I'd be surprised. It's also power, which is good. Removes all safety and reason by firing 1,000 rounds a minute. Yeah. Well, the damage is technically just a little higher, but there's a lot of reds. And obviously the bonuses on mine are really good. The fact that its fire rate is so high, I feel like makes it hit above its pay grade, you know what I mean? So let's still break down some 5s for now. There. That's pretty good. I guess we will just maybe break down all the 5s for now. There we go. Tier 5. Ah, well, I'm not gonna have as much to sell because of all those 5s we broke down, but... Alright, I want to go ahead and sell this, and this, and this. And nothing in there. Oh, I think I just sold... Well, maybe not, because it's not in my inventory either. I think I sold the weapon I was using to not damage people. Yeah, the crowbar. The crowbar is missing. Means at some point I sold that on accident. Which I knew I would, honestly. I 100% knew I would, because I always do. I always do. Anyway. Alright, let's open my stash and put away that hammer, because I like the weapon I'm carrying, and I think that hammer has a slot on our wall, so we may as well put it back. Alright, we're at the apartment. I just wanted to see. Surely the hammer has a spot. Oh yeah, it does. Sasquatch's hammer, you can bet. Oh yeah, it does. Alright, now we're not here to sleep forever, but I did want to give it a few hours to, I think we can maybe get Judy's phone call to pop. Let's wait 6 hours. That'll work. There we go.
Hey V, Michael called. Before sundown, out front of the mega tower. Gonna be there?
Of course I will.
See you then.
There it is. That's what I was waiting on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think that's it. Want to be Corpo. You know what? I'm a little surprised you got yourself talked into this little uprising. Okay, there we go. I was expecting it to say Judy on it. That's why I assumed we didn't have it. Beautiful. Go ahead and give that a save. But yeah, of course I would want to just jump into the Judy mission. However, we are obviously out of time. And, I don't want to run too long over, and I don't want to speed through the mission either. I want to be able to take my time and all that stuff. Now, there is important decisions. There is important decisions that we need to make in this mission that we are about to do. So, at the very start of next episode, just like at the start of this one, we will be jumping into Judy stuff. Now, like I said, there is a very important, there's a very important dialogue that we need to say, very specific. So I have, there's a guide that I'm going to use to make sure I say the right things, to make sure that the outcome is perfect, because of course our romance must happen. So that's the plan. Anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Oh, did I just collateral that guy? Yeet. There, you go first. He's like, I think it's clear, man. You're good. As the great Bob Ross would say, what a happy accident. Later, idiots. I could hear Darth Vader in my head. I have you now. Walk it off, bro. You're okay. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. That was so perfect.